I'm very honored that I've been invited to speak at this event for you, but unfortunately I could not be there with you because at the moment I'm at the Stanford University in California. But so this is the reason why I'm doing this through video. As Miss Nela Winkelman asked me to give my thoughts about the progress of how communist crimes are dealt with in Europe, then as I'm currently working at the Ministry of Justice in Estonia as the advisor to the Secretary General, and my main aim at the moment is to make a pan-European institution that will deal with communist crimes. And at the time being, about 8 to 10 countries have joined with this initiative. Last August in 2015, Estonia hosted a meeting at the Museum of the Occupations where 8 ministries of justice were invited there, and a united paper was signed which stated that there is a need to make a kind of a pan-European institution or a court or a tribunal which will force all of the states to deal with communist crimes as previously Nazi crimes have been dealt with. In other words, so far we have managed to have very good contact with all of these countries, and Estonia has been the initiator and also the leading country for this process. And we have produced a legal paper at the moment, and we are analyzing it with our international board, whose consists of different legal experts who have also previously looked into the Nazi crimes and the Holocaust, and now they want to use their knowledge and know-how to make this institution happen. The next step is to find a common solution between all of those countries that have joined, and to sign an international agreement between all of those states to put into force this institution. Of course, it's very difficult because if it becomes too much of an institution or a research institution, then it doesn't have much power. If it's too much of a court, or it's has very much judicial power, then some countries might not want to join with this. So it's a very tight rope we have to walk, but we have to find a common solution, which is somewhere in the middle. And why we're doing this is because although many people have criticized this initiative as saying that these crimes are far gone, that this is part of the history and we shouldn't deal with it. But as Ms. Nela Winkelman and the European Memory and Consciousness Foundation has said that, and all of the research that they've done shows quite clearly that there still are a lot of people among us who have committed hideous crimes under communist regimes, and countries have not dealt with them. So now is the final time to deal with this. We have to deal with this now, because if we don't do it now, then it will just fade away, and later generations will point at us and say, listen, you did not deal with this. Holocaust and the Nazi crimes were dealt with. The perpetrators were put to trial, but the perpetrators of communist crimes were never put to trial. Well, at least some were, but there was no big consensus. And if we do not do it, then nobody else will. And we, as the whole union of these countries, we have the power to show that these crimes have not been forgotten. We have to deal with them. And even if we get only a few of these people, then it still has a very strong symbolic meaning. It shows that these lives that were lost due to communist crimes have not been forgotten, and they were not meaningless. We will deal with them, and we have to deal with them. So I would like to say that when you're at this event here and discussing all of these matters and watching the film that will be shown to you, that when you go away from this event, please think about this matter and talk about this matter with other people, and if possible, then also try to support this initiative. And we, this group of people, are the people who have to deal with this. And as I said before, nobody else will. So I would like to thank you for asking me to have the talk, and I hope that for any further events that I can be there with you, like I was in Brno a few months ago, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.